Welcome, everyone, to the Inspirational Businesswoman Show, where today I have a very special guest, Nattacia Satie, and she's going to be discussing harnessing the power of your voice and sound healing for women entrepreneurs. Welcome, everyone. I am so pleased that you're here to join us for this very special interview with Nattacia. Before we get started, I want to say thank you for being here because I know your time is valuable. This is going to be such valuable information that you'll be happy that you spent the time here with us today. Now, before we get started, I would love it if you would help spread the word. So what I'm going to do is play the preview trailer. And while you're watching it, who can you think of who would really benefit by this powerful information? If you'd go ahead and let them know about this interview, they can either watch it now live or during replay. Send the word out. It would be so helpful to us, and we'd greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to play the preview trailer, and we're getting started in just a moment. I know you can see we're in for a real treat with Nattacia today. Now, before we get started, I want you to know that today's show is sponsored by hangout-marketing.com, where you can receive a complimentary live stream marketing assessment. Now, why might you want to take that assessment? Well, it is your opportunity to determine if you are ready and prepared to step out and shine online with live stream. And the assessment will only take you a few minutes to take. And you might even qualify for a complimentary Shine consult with me as well. So go ahead and take that assessment. Simply text pound success to 775-800-4179. Or if you're out of the country, you can simply go to hangout-marketing.com to take that assessment. All right, let's get started with the interview. Now, I'm wondering, how many of you are having a hard time expressing yourself, speaking up and being heard? Well, today's special guest, Nattacia Satie, will guide you through an awakening journey to empower your voice and heal the blocks that hold you back and interfere with your success. As a divinely activated sound and energy healer of more than 30 years, Nattacia empowers highly committed lightworkers and spiritual entrepreneurs to clear emotional and vocal blocks, heal deeply, power up, step out of hiding, and shine. She is also known for having facilitated healing of pain and imbalances in the body, and I can personally attest to her expertise in that area. Now, Nattacia will reveal and demonstrate her unique and proprietary process of sound healing. So today we're going to be discussing number one, what is sound and energy healing and why is it so powerful? Number two, clearing blocks to empower your voice. Number three, a vowel sound toning exercise to dissolve stress and anxiety. Here's a bit more. In 1988, at the age of 24, Nattacia had a mystical experience where her hands and her voice were divinely activated as healing gifts. And for the next 12 years, she was mentored by a renowned trance medium in New York City. And after overcoming and beautifully healing a long and painful struggle with childhood trauma, including a heavy stutter and having lost her voice for a year, her self-worth and confidence trashed, Nattacia has spent over 2 decades helping many hundreds through self-empowerment, power voice, and healing workshops in New York City. And drawing on her 20-year career in the performing arts, Nattacia developed her full body signature system called the Vocal Gym for Public Speaking, which has helped hundreds of clients reclaim their voices and transform their lives. Welcome, Nattacia. Come on in, say hi to our audience, won't you?
Hello, Ginny. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for this opportunity and for having me here. Thank you.
I am thrilled, Nattacia. We have been talking about this interview for maybe almost a year now. And I
Yes.
said, the world needs to know about your gifts. And I, as I said, personally have experienced your gifts on several levels and know that you are so unique in what you do. And there's such a blessing that you give to the world and the work that you do. So I'm so happy that we have brought this to fruition.
Me too. Me too.
So, normally when I start an interview, I ask people about a defining moment. And I think I already told the audience a little bit about that defining moment. But I would love it if you would expand on that a little bit more. That experience you had, what we would call, a divine intervention in a way. Would you share with everyone sort of how that happened and what resulted from that?
Yes, I'd love to. It so I was in a very dysfunctional relationship with a colleague at uni. I studied at Vienna University to become a UN interpreter of English, German, and French just because my parents wanted me. They didn't want me to study acting and music, so the next best thing that I was allowed to choose was languages. English was always my great love, so I did the studies. And my colleague and I, we were living together and in a couple relationship, and everything went topsy-turvy. And so I sat one day in the kitchen with my neighbor and just discussing everything. And mid-sentence, something stopped me and had me stand up and walk to the window. It was as if somebody had walked me. It was not me walking. And then it was a beautiful sunny day, and I looked out the window, and all of a sudden, this immense wave of blasting whitest light was moving towards me, and it was not scary or anything. So I just stood there, and all the furniture, everything in the room disappeared. Everything went just white. And then my arms moved up, and in undulating movements, I think I must have stood there for about half an hour. And then when I came back, the furniture appeared again, and I turned around, and my neighbor girl, my friend, was lying behind me on the floor, and she stood up and she said, "Whoa, what was that? This huge white wave of light came, moved right through you, and it felt so good. So I wanted some too, and I lay down behind you." So I actually have a witness for this. And after that, Ginny, everything changed in my life. I had what I now know was astral projections, where I in the middle of the night, I was woken up and I saw myself from above, and I was getting dressed and moved and down the street, was led to a restaurant, and there my then boyfriend was sat with a woman, and I was completely in trance, no, like, hmm. And I walked back home, and then the next day I kicked him out of my life, and then I received signs to move to Paris. I did that. And then I met street musicians, and then I connected with them, saved up money, doing street music, singing jazz for a couple of years in the south of France and Switzerland, saved up every penny. And then I was led to move to New York. And in New York, then I was connected with every single person that I needed to be connected with, including my great mentor of 12 years. And it just went over and over, mystical, magical experiences, very, very out of this world. Yeah. And
Very
so I
out
was
of this
led,
world.
yes, so I was led to start really a deep, deep inner healing work on myself. And at the same time, sharing it immediately with people. I was connected with Marianne Williamson's Manhattan Center for Life-Threatening Illnesses, that was in the lower end of Manhattan on Broadway, where healers like myself, we just volunteered time for people. That was this horrific time of the AIDS crisis. So we were holding huge healing circles in schoolyards and halls and churches. And I would do that for a year. And then I would just start being guided to start doing my own healing circles. And it just went on and on like this. Yeah. At the same time, developing as an actress and singer, but always that through line was always doing the healing work with sound and with my hands.
Yeah. And so th this is such an incredible defining moment, in my
Mm.
opinion. And I know we talked about it a long time ago and some of the experiences I've had myself with light out of nowhere. So I really resonate with that connection. There is a real connection that came to you. You weren't inviting
Yes.
it. It
Mm.
came to you. And when those sort of things happen, you've got to stop and pay attention, right?
Yes, yes.
Like if you
Well,
don't pay attention.
especially I should mention I was so low. It was really a lowest low point in my life because the relationship I was in was getting so abusive and dysfunctional that I literally had thoughts of ending my life because it was so painful. And then it was really they came, and many years later, through two pristine channelers, it was confirmed that it was actually three ascended masters that came and put me back on track on what they call my true life's, my soul purpose, no, with
Yeah.
the healing work. Yeah, so it was
Right.
quite dramatic, the change. Mm.
So I just want to say to the audience, this might sound really woo-woo to you. That's
Mm.
okay. Open your mind to receive any information from Nattacia today that resonates with you. That means it's perfect for you right here and right now. You're going to experience the work that she does, and she's going to explain it to you as well. But I thought foundationally you really needed to understand sort of her backstory because it really is unique and very awe-inspiring to me, and I hope to all of you. So let's get started with the information that we want to share with them first, Natasha, which is what is sound and energy healing, number one. And second part of that question is why is it so powerful for people? Because I know you have story after story about how powerful the work is that you do in sound and energy healing. So what is it, first of all?
Hmm. Yeah, so I agreed to open up as a divine channel. So my body is an instrument for the light, universal light. And I had trained for a decade as a professional singer and actress to really have a very strongly built instrument, all my breathing muscles, all my muscles in the body, including here, the conduit, the neck, the throat, to hold this energy that's moving through me when I'm doing the sonic transmissions. So it's really high frequency of hertz, and it's a tremendous power that came through me. And the first couple of decades, it scared me of the results, the powerful results that it delivered. So what it is, so I'm going into an altered state. It's not trance, but it is an altered state. And then I'm calling in the angelic energies, the light beings from the cosmos, the universe, who had approached me twice, the second time 2 years ago, and asked me, am I now ready to really commit to doing this, to assist mankind with the upliftment of their frequencies and the healing of the planet? And I said yes. And I had asked, and that's why I have the answer. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. So it was explained to me by my higher guidance. The tones that come through my voice instrument, through my voice, the highest frequency angelic tones, they come from the angelic realm and they go straight into our cells and our DNA, and our cellular structure is being rebalanced. So you have to imagine any illness, any pain that we experience is simply an imbalance in our cells. Yeah. So these tones move in, and very quickly so, they're rebalancing the structure of our cells and our DNA. And where there is balance, no disease, no illness, only wellness can reside. And that's why, and of course, there is always a collaboration. So the person that is being worked on, or in the healing circles, the participants, they have to have an openness of mind and of heart, because it's a collaboration. Yeah. So in essence, these tones are facilitating each person's self-healing ability that leads to self-realization. So if you have an ailment or a pain, a chronic pain or acute pain, if you're open and ready to receive that balance, it will happen. Yeah. So that's the
Pause
essence.
right there. That's a lot of information. That's a lot of information. And it's very, very um, beyond what so many people think about. We don't understand the importance of frequency and how we get out of balance. We're constantly in a state of flux anyway,
Mhm.
right? So, but what you're saying is that you are divinely guided into receiving these tones and sharing these tones in a way that then goes through the body
Mhm.
and works in the body on a cellular level to
Yes.
bring it back into balance.
Mhm.
Frequency healing, you guys, that's what she is talking about. And she's
Yeah.
talking about herself as the guided instrument to provide this type of frequency healing. So, really, and I've
Yes.
not forgotten when I broke 2 ribs last year and you did this type of healing on me and how quickly the pain dissolved. And it's not that the pain went away completely. I had 2 broken ribs, come on. But it totally helped the body move through the healing process. First of all, diminishing the pain and then healing me, I think about twice as fast as would be normally expected. So that's my little testimonial for the power of Nattacia's work. And so that's I want to talk about why is it so powerful? Can you sort of go a little deeper with that as to why these
Yeah.
frequencies do balance the body? What do you know about that?
Yes. So there are different tones. They have different purposes. Some tones, they come in the beginning, they are clearing tones. They're clearing any blockages, any yeah, they're clearing blockages, any static that's being accumulated throughout for example, I've been holding a weekly healing circle, sound and energy healing circle, and that's all via Zoom. It's all long distance. We're working with a quantum field. Yeah, it's working just as in person. And so certain tones, they are clearing the static. When I say static, I mean, look what's going on the planet. We are in a time of revolution, of chaos and turmoil. So people are in a lot of anxiety and fear and nervousness. So certain tones, they're completely removing that static and bringing you again calm and peace immediately, quickly into the body. Then some tones, they're powering you up. So once the blockages are removed and you have the sense of calmness, there are certain tones they go and they're giving you a power boost where you boost your confidence and I can do anything. And it's the power generator. Yeah. And, um, and then towards the end is always the light activation, where your light body is being activated. What does that mean? Your light body is the area from your heart area, your throat area, your third eye, that's here, pineal gland, yeah, your vision, and your crown. So the upper half of your body, in essence, is your light body. So there are certain tones that are activating your light body, and then you feel this lightness, and you walk through life with this joy in your heart, and this, you feel happiness for no reason, this joy. Yeah, that's when your light body is being uplifted and your frequency is being raised. So it's threefold. It's removing the blocks and the static, powering you up, and then activating the light. And most of the time, people are actually seeing visually when they have their eyes closed. If they're in private session or in the healing circle, they see the apparition of this incredible angelic light that's coming in, and it's being gifted to each one of them. Yeah.
So that's why it's so powerful. I mean,
Yes.
it really is quite a process. And
Mhm.
you really are talking about energy healing, sound healing on a more of a divinely guided level. It's almost like you are emphasizing to all of us we are divine beings, each and every one of us.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And the energies, you can channel yourself. You can learn this. Everybody can. In fact, it's in our what they call junk DNA. It's not junk. It was turned off conveniently many thousands of years ago by beings that wanted us to just be, doing the bare necessities. And now it's being activated again. Yeah, so it's really, really powerful. If you open up, the light is coming in, and then you can take it out through your voice. So
And
when you
that's
speak kindly to people, that is healing. If you have compassion with your voice, the sound of your voice, the tone of your voice is healing. And also the energy you can channel out through your hands. Yeah. So it's doubly powerful. The voice, you can just, if somebody is in pain or emotional pain, if you compassionately put your hand on their back, they go, ah, they don't know what hits them, but it's your healing, it's your divine light. We each have an infinity spark within us that often comes through in the healing circle. That is our direct line to the divine. Yeah. And this is the light that we're emanating through our hands and through our voice. And it's healing. It's love and light and healing. And this
well,
is, I predict, the future of medicine. No more
I
cutting, no more surgery,
yeah, I
just
totally agree with you. I totally agree with you that it is the future of medicine. And you're just on the cutting edge of it. And you're really exemplifying how we all are an instrument
Mhm.
that when we tune in, we can receive and then we can heal ourselves. And we, as you say, with our own voices, we can help heal others. So let's talk about the voice, the power
Mhm.
of the voice and reclaiming one's voice, because you yourself said that your voice felt very suppressed for many, many years as a young child, and that
Yes.
you had to
Fear.
reclaim your own voice. Yeah.
Fear does that. Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk
Fear.
about how we
Mm.
clear those blocks so that they can empower their own voice.
Yes. So the resonance of your voice is such a powerful tool. If you feel frazzled, if you are in a state of anxiety or nervousness, all you need to do, you have prana, which is your breath, which is also your life force. You use your breath and you have the resonance of your voice. All you need to do is so simple. You close your eyes, you sit down, and you go, you take a few deep breaths, and then you add vibration of your voice, and that can just be a simple hum. And the hum, in fact, let's try this. All of you who are watching, close your eyes, take a deep breath, breathe out, and again. One more time. And now instead of breathing out, hum. Can you feel what that vibration does? It harmonizes your whole energy field and balances it out. Yeah, it's simple. You don't even use a vowel sound, you just a hum. And if you have pain somewhere, you can just put your hand on that pain and hum into it or tone into it. It's as simple as that.
Pausing for a moment because just in doing that very simple exercise, do you all understand how you can center yourself? You can bring yourself to a place of inner peace and harmony, and that vibration from the humming after you've taken a few deep breaths really does put you in a place of ease and focus. Would you not say that your focus is enhanced as well as your sense of inner harmony?
The mental clarity that arises from doing sound release and toning is tremendous, is tremendous. Your eyes start sparkling, your skin starts glowing. Even when you have a baby, a newborn, and they cry a lot of night, all you need to do is you sit down with it and you make quiet, resonating tones like just a simple ooh or oh, and the baby will calm down. Yeah.
So she's just given you an example of how you can use your own voice. And it's not always necessarily about what you verbally express. It's about how you can use some very simple techniques like this, the breathing, adding the humming tone, or in this case, she just did a tone itself without the hum that puts you and your own frequency at a better state of balance and inner harmony. And as her example was, think of how that can help calm a baby or a child or anybody who's in a traumatic situation. I'm not saying go up and, you know, sing that tone to them necessarily if they're going through trauma, but you can yourself put yourself into a state of inner peace that then will emanate out to them and help calm them down. Am I saying this
Yes,
correctly?
exactly correctly said. And always use the hands too. So on the baby, on the belly, or the back, or even if somebody is going through some emotional trauma, sit with them, hold their hands, put your hand just nonchalantly, just on their body. I do it all the time. Touch. The touch is so healing. You just barely touch them and they go, and you
Yeah.
feel the release. And then the voice, you don't have to make tones or sing to them. Just use the resonance of your voice to calm them. Yeah, we have such power.
We do. And it's often not acknowledged, is it? That we have this kind of power.
Yeah.
So the point of this part of our discussion with Nattacia has everything to do with claiming your own voice, knowing that you always have had this voice. It's always been there for you. And it's just like get back in touch with it. And as you say, sometimes it's about fear getting in the way and we lose our voice or we lose a clear way of expressing ourselves because our thoughts become unclear. And it has everything to do with, as you said, fear, oftentimes, something that we're feeling a bit out of control. And so it is using these particular techniques that Nattacia is sharing with you that can very quickly bring you back into alignment so that your voice becomes powerful and healing both for yourself and for those that you interact with. So beautiful, beautiful guidance there, Nattacia. Was there anything else about empowering your voice that you wanted to share with us?
Yeah, I mean, you can, if you feel a little like if you have something at stake and you have an important job interview, or you're about to go and ask for a promotion, or you are holding a workshop or a circle or women's circle, or and you have a little bit the jitters, you can just use again the breath. I created a wonderful, I call it body breath alignment routine, where you're using your breath and your voice, and you're doing jiggles and jumps and shakes in the body. If you do this head to toe a few minutes before you're going on or before you're going into the interview, or it will completely take all the pressure of the nervous, the nerves are going to be calmed, and you're going to be empowered. It is such a simple tool, just jumping and rotating and going, yeah, just making some sounds. It is such a simple way of energizing you and taking all the nervousness off. Yeah, so it's a very invigorating way of using your breath and your voice.
Yeah, and you have something you're going to be sharing with everyone as a gift in a few minutes. We'll let them know
Yes,
about that.
yes, 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 exactly. I forgot about
Because
that.
she's got so many wonderful tools to help you realign yourself, get calm, get centered, and as she said, claim your voice and
Mhm.
empower yourself. And that's why I thought this was such an important interview to do for all of you viewers. And I want to hear from you all. I think you're just absorbing this, but I want to hear from you. What is already being said that is really what I call a pack your bag moment? Put some of your gems in the comment section and let us hear what's really resonating with you about all the things that Nattacia is sharing with us today, because I know there's lots that you could pack your bag with for this interview. All right, well, you have an exercise, a vowel sound toning exercise that you're going to go into a little deeper now on dissolving stress and anxiety. You've already really been hitting on it, so let's go deeper with this for them.
Mhm. Okay, so you're just planting your feet firmly on the ground and spine up straight. Close your eyes. Breathe in through the nose, big breath. And then on the outgoing breath, let's just do the universal vowel sound. So an E, A, O, U, and A. And you will feel how that completely balances you within. Yeah. So big breath. E. Big breath. Ah. Big breath. Oh. Big breath. Ooh. Big breath. Now we're incrementally speeding it up a little bit. Keep breathing. Ah, oh, eh, ah, oh, eh, ah, oh, Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. E Ah, oh, ooh, hey. Slowly open your eyes again. And how has that made you feel?
Amazing. I'm tingling everywhere.
Yes. But do you see how simple it is? It's just the vowel sounds. We all can do that. It's so easy and it calms you. It calms children. You can do that with your children. You can make it a fun game. You can, when they get a little agitated or throw a tantrum, you can say, okay, let's play the vowel sound game, and then you sit down with them, hold their hands, close your eyes, and they will love it. Children love this. You can make it magical. You can, with the little ones, you can say, let's call in the fairies. Each tone has a different fairy. Have them close their eyes. Ask them, which fairy is the E tone? Let them tell you what they see. I can assure you they will see the fairies coming in because they are around.
Thank you for sharing that. Did you all feel that as well? And I was not verbalizing the sounds because I wanted you to hear Natasha. But even in my going through it with my mouth and breath, I
Mhm.
felt the energy shift, which I thought was very interesting as well.
Mhm. And I have one suggestion. When you chant the Om, a lot of people, what they're doing, they're elongating the O, and then the at the end, they just cut off. I recommend have half of your length of your breath on O, and then go to the hum, go to and elongate the remaining breath on the vibration, on the resonance of the hum, the It is so healing. It is so healing.
Well, and when you go to that part of it, the hem, you really can feel that vibration right in the
Yes.
chest.
Yes.
You're really working with some of your different chakra centers as well by
Yes.
toning it out through your mouth and then sort of putting it inside. Is that?
Yes, in fact, certain tones are grounding tones, those really low tones. And when I'm doing the crystal bowls, when I'm adding the crystal bowls, the lower tones, they're really grounding you. And oftentimes when I'm channeling, that's when our ancestors come in, the Native Americans, the hi-yo, hi-yo, and these beautiful earthing grounding tones. And then people always have this experience, wow, when you're little in the head and you're not grounded and it's cold outside and it's not a good idea to walk barefoot in the grass because you might freeze and catch a cold, you can just use your low tones and then you just hum or you sound your vowel sounds on a low tone. And again, incorporate it with the play of your children. They will love it. They will love it.
Well, there's just so much here. Let's tell people before we go into giving them your gift, let's tell people a little bit about your sound healing circle and what's involved in taking part in that, because there might be some people who'd like to experience more of you, Natasha. So tell us a little bit about that healing circle.
The healing circle came about 30 odd years ago, and I would hold them for many, many years, 2 decades, in Manhattan, in New York City, off and on, always. And it was so empowering to so many people. 2 years ago, I'm living in London currently. I was approached by the angelics in a deep, deep meditation I was doing, and they summoned me and said, are you ready to take this healing circle, pick it up again, and make it globally available? For this, you have to go online. And that's when my technophobia kicked in, and I had to overcome all that. It was a steep learning curve. But now I've been holding for a year now, every Thursday, the sound and energy healing circle. We have participants from all around the world, Australia, a lot from America and Canada, Europe, here in the UK. And it's a very beautiful program that is very structured. In the beginning, people are sharing, they can unmute themselves, they are sharing what they have, the leaps and the shifts that they experienced from the week before. If you're a newcomer, you just listen, and everybody introduces themselves with their name and where they are from and how they express their passion in service to mankind. They all are light workers, spiritual entrepreneurs in service to mankind. That's the people who are drawn to the healing circle. Then we set each a clear, focused intent that could be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual for the time in the circle. So the beings, the light beings that are bringing in the healing energies, they are then assisting with this clear, focused intent. And it's very potent if you do that. Then we're doing the jiggling and the shaking and the jumping to really open up our instruments as conduits so we can really absorb these energies much easier. Then we sit down and do an more extensive mantra chanting, what we just have done before together with the vowels. And that really gets everybody. Some people do sound release, where they need to release negative energies that they've absorbed throughout the week. Some of them, they're just already buzzing and raising their frequencies. That's taken care of that. And then everybody is sitting down comfortably. We're closing our eyes. I am opening the vortex to call in all the light beings, the ascended masters, our galactic family and friends. A very protective light vortex is being created. Everything that comes through comes from my higher self. There are no dark energies can enter, so it's very, very safe, the space. And then I am going into a trance-like state where I'm then channeling light language. So my hands are dancing in light language. There's these light codes that come from the cosmos, from my higher self, and they're healing and they're upgrading our DNA and our whole frequency. And then usually an English message, universal message, is being delivered. Most recently, beautiful healing tools are being given to us. Just last week, we were given a peacock-colored green-blue octahedron implant into the respiratory area, and we were told that this will reverse filter toxic particles that we had breathed in over the last few decades. And now when we're breathing out, with each outgoing breath, because of this filter that's implanted in us, it will be filtered out. Yeah, so beautiful healing tools are just being given to us through this message. And then everybody's lying down, eyes closed, headphones on. And this is when I'm then adding the crystal bowls, and the angelics are sending the universal light and love energies through my voice. These are very high frequency tones, and also the light will come through my hands and the light language is speaking. So it's very multifaceted and it's multidimensional. By the way, we are all multidimensional beings, and by you exposing yourself week after week in the healing circle, you will be activated also. A lot of people start becoming more clairvoyant. Writers become they become more clairaudient. They write more, and it's really, really activating. It's incredible. And then at the end, The channeling happens within usually half an hour. When we come back out, I gently pull you back into, invite you back into the room. And then at the end, the last segment is where everybody is sharing their experiences, what they've seen, what they've felt. A lot of people get messages and action steps to take to the next week. So yeah, so it's a real magical healing, deeply, deeply healing experience. And people sleep extremely well afterwards and have very, very deep, deep physical experiences. And yeah, on many, many different levels.
Yes, it is. It's very powerful. I've experienced it as well. And I want to say that you're really getting the benefits and the energy and the divine connection
Mm.
of a true healer with Nattacia and this experience. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you Nattacia's gift. She's going to talk to you about that for a moment. Realize that once you get this gift, you will get notifications from Nattacia about the healing circle. So if you want to join her in the healing circle, I encourage you to check it out. It is a marvelous experience, one at least worth experiencing once in your lifetime. And you might get hooked as well, and want to attend on a more regular basis. But let's go ahead and bring up your gift so you can talk about that. This is where you get it, everybody. It's simple to remember if you're just listening and not watching. It is shinetips.com/Nattacia gift. Nattacia is spelled Nattacia gift. Shinetips.com/Nattacia gift. Nattacia, go ahead and share with them what they're in store for when they get this gift.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's actually step two of the vocal gym for public speaking. So it's this body breath alignment routine that I have mentioned before. So you can do that because I wanted to offer it as a gift because I, for myself and also a lot of my colleagues, light workers, we are making such efforts being on the computer for hours and end to just really getting the word out and creating all our emails and whatnot. So we're sitting on the computer hours and hours and hours, and then we get all cranky and the energy is not moving and we get stiff and we get blurry eyes and we get tired. So this routine, you just jump up, you put it on. I have a video link to it, and you just do this routine. And what it does from head to toe, it opens up all your energy centers. You use your voice, your breath. It's a lot of rotations and this rotations, and you go, and you're letting the breath out and the voice out. Everything will be shaken up and you will come out. It's a routine that takes not longer than 5 to 10 minutes. You can do it even, say, if you worked in an office behind a computer, you can even go into a green room or to the restroom area and just do this. You do it standing up, so it's easy to do. And it literally shakes off all the tension and the stress in the body, and it reinvigorates you. It gives you this energy boost, this rush of energy. And it's an energy that stays with you, not like a sugar rush that you get or from coffee, where you get like, and then you go down again. So, and you can do that several times throughout the day. And eventually you will just know it by heart, and you can just do it by yourself. You don't need to watch the video anymore. So that's what it does. You can also do it when you have an overlay, a layover, layover at the airport. You can do the same thing. You go into the meditation room and you can just, so you can stretch. It's really wonderful, and it is, of course, you can do it right before you go on and present, hold a workshop or a seminar, or even when you have the jitters before you do a Zoom webinar. You just do this and it boosts your confidence. You won't have any jittery nerves. It will just really empower you. It's powering you up and invigorating you. So it works on the physical and the emotional level.
Yes, it is wonderful. So again, go to shinetips.com/Nattacia gift, and you will receive that. And as a result, you'll receive information about her healing circle, and that might be something you want to try out as well. Well, Nattacia, this has been a great interview, as I knew it would be. I was so looking forward to spending time with you here today. And I really want to just leave everyone with one kind of, let's wrap this whole concept up in a bow. And I'm just going to come back over here to the main area of how important and powerful sound and energy healing is. So if they take nothing else home with them, what's a final word of wisdom you'd like to share with them?
Well, I would actually like to gift them with one tone. Would you allow me to?
That would be wonderful. Yes.
To really feel. So close your eyes, big breath, just relax.
There's just a small little taste of Nattacia and her really empowering tones, healing tones, balancing tones. And I'm just so grateful to know you, Nattacia, and so happy to be able to let other people know about your gifts and your powers and the divine work that you're doing. So I want to thank you so much for being here with us today. And I
Thank
want to thank
you.
all of you as viewers for being here, because I know you know your time was very well spent with us here today. So thank you once again, Nattacia. It's been great.
Thank you so much, and many blessings to all of you.
Thank you again. And to all of you, we'll see you all on the next Inspirational Businesswoman show. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thanks so much for watching today. Do you know someone who would be a great guest for our show? Or would you like to be a guest on the Inspirational Businesswoman show? Let's shine the spotlight on your expertise. We'll share your story while offering tips, strategies, and advice to our viewers. Expert interviews are a great way to build your reputation as the go-to expert. Go to shinetips.com/IBWS to apply today. Women are waiting for your message, and I can't wait to interview you.